You are 14 and the town has already forgotten you. The factory closed before you were born, the river runs brown, and the only thing in this place that still shines is the cartel. You see it in the new trucks, the gold, the way grown men step off the sidewalk when certain cars roll past. One of those cars stops for you. They do not ask for much, not yet. Just your eyes. You become a Alcone, a Falcon, a boy on a corner with a cheap phone, calling in every police cruiser and every stranger that drifts through the plaza. They hand you more money in a week than your father earned in a month. Your mother does not ask where it comes from. You tell yourself you are only watching. You tell yourself watching is not the same as belonging. The watching is never the end. It is the audition. Soon they hand you a backpack and a bus ticket and tell you to carry it 3 towns over and ask no questions. Your hands sweat the whole ride. You are a mule now, a carrier, and the weight on your back is the weight of every year you will never get to be a normal boy. You deliver it. Nothing happens. You are paid and you are praised, and a man with cold eyes claps you on the shoulder and calls you reliable. That word lights something up inside you that hunger had hollowed out. You do not understand yet that the cartel does not reward loyalty. It collects it like a debt to be called in later. There comes a night they put a pistol in your hand. It is heavier than it looks and warm from someone else's grip. The chief watches you the way a man watches a dog he is deciding whether to keep. Plata o plomo, the old saying goes. Silver or lead. Take the money or take the bullet. But there is a third rule no one says out loud. Once you take the silver, the lead is only ever postponed. You do what they ask. You feel the recoil travel up your arm and into a part of you that will never sleep right again. This is the door and you have walked through it, and behind you it does not so much close as disappear. There was never a door. There was only forward. They give you a name now, a working name, because your own is too soft for the work. You are a Sicario. The first man you are sent for is sitting in a taqueria with grease on his fingers and a daughter's drawing folded in his shirt pocket. You learn this later. You learn all the wrong things later. In the moment there is only the metallic taste of adrenaline, the smell of cooking oil and gun smoke braided together, and a silence afterwards so total it rings. You vomit in an alley 2 streets away. The older men laugh, not cruelly, almost gently, the way you laugh at someone who does not yet know what they have become. By the 3rd face you do not vomit. By the 10th you do not dream. That is the real death. Not theirs. Yours. You rise. In this world, killing is the only resume that matters, and yours is long. You have a truck now, black and gleaming, and men go quiet when you enter a room. There is a girl who likes the danger of you, and money folded so thick it will not bend. The patron calls you Mijo, my son, and for a while the lie of family fills the hole where your real one used to be. You tell yourself you are powerful. You are not. You are useful. A blade does not own the hand that swings it. But the blade, polished and proud, mistakes being held for being loved, right up until the moment it is dropped. Slowly you understand the shape of the thing you serve. It is not a family. It is a machine, and it eats everyone, even the men at the top, especially them. The friend who recruited you vanishes one Tuesday and no one says his name again. A rival plaza takes 3 of your own and sends back only their hands. You sleep with the pistol under the pillow and the door in your eyeline, and you stop standing near windows. The money keeps coming, but it has nowhere to go but more locks, more guns, more nights staring at the ceiling. You are wealthy and hunted, feared and disposable all at once. This is the secret price. Not the killing. The waiting to be killed. Then the patron calls you in and gives you a name, and the name is one you love. A friend who came up beside you, who shared the work in the silence and the same impossible hope of one day getting out. The cartel does not believe in friends, only in loose ends, and your friend has become one. To refuse is to volunteer your own name for the next list. So you do it because in this life refusal is just a slower way of dying. You look into the eyes of the only person who ever truly understood you, and you do the work, and a final small light inside you goes out. You did not climb out of the pit. You only learned to dig it deeper and to call the digging strength. A blade that has cut too many times grows dull and dangerous to the hand. You know too much now. You have seen the faces behind the money, heard the names that are never written down. Overnight the calls stop. The truck that always followed you is gone, and somehow that is worse than being followed. You are quemado. Burnt. The same machine that made you has marked you, and there is no appeal, no severance, no quiet retirement to a beach. The hunter wakes one morning and feels, in the prickling skin on the back of his neck, that he has become the hunted. And he understands, far too late, every man he ever made feel exactly this. They come for you the way you once came for others. Not with anger. With paperwork. A car you do not recognize. A face that is just doing a job, a young face maybe 14 once on a corner calling in cars. You see your whole life fold shut in an instant, the factory and the river and your mother who stopped asking questions, and you feel something almost like relief because the waiting is finally over. You end in a place with no name, under a sky that does not care, and the desert begins patiently to take you back. No headstone. No story. Just a number in a file and a silence where a boy used to be. In the end you learn the oldest law of the plaza. The cartel is not a family and it is not even a war. It is a hunger that wears the faces of men, and it is never ever full. It does not love you and it cannot be escaped, because the only exits it offers are the silver and the lead, and the silver was always just the lead on credit. The money is already counted. Your truck already has a new driver. And on the same corner where it began, a new boy stands with a cheap phone, watching the cars, certain that his story will be different. The machine smiles. It has all the time in the world. And it is already hungry for whoever comes next.